And we are live. It is what? It is the code call. It is day 45 of 100 days of code. And today we have actually a new guest. Well, I'm kidding. We have the guest that keeps on giving hits, Leon Anderson. How are you doing?
Hello, hello. Um, as I'm noticing that we're almost reaching half of the 100 days, I'm getting some um, FOMO, not FOMO, maybe, but anxiety to not wanting this to end. Of course, I know that this is not going to end at day 100, but anyway, yeah, doing great. Worked further in the REST section. And by the way, I discovered that Udemy has a a note feature. A bit late, but I finally discovered it. And now it helps me to take notes way more often. I like that. And I'm curious if it's going to be helpful for me as well to find stuff more easily in the future when using the course as a resource, because it's time-stamped. But yeah, that was a nice different workflow today. And yeah, basically I had like half an hour, 40 minutes maybe of rest, or of what's the what's the name of rest again? Something state response state transformation. No, let me check. Representational state transfer. That was it. Yes. And no rest except for state transfer today. And yeah, basically it's going further about how to structure the URLs. Basically, as far as I'm understanding it now, REST is like a convention of, or a set of rules of how to structure URLs and how to make servers interact with them, especially using the app.get, app.post, app.patch, app.delete. I don't know, we weren't at the delete yet. But I learned that there is an acronym called CRUD for create, read, update, and destroy or delete. And yeah, we access these via the app dot methods, or app dot, basically HTTP verbs. And yeah, how we use parts of the URL with those commands to do proper RESTful routing. And there is not one 100% fixed way of how to do it, but there's a set of rules and principles that one should consider or check the boxes and use. And yeah, we built a little comments section that put comments into a UL and with a little form below where we could, or on a different side, which was a bit weird because I thought, why have it on a different side? But we'll see if there's going to be the solution to why Colt was doing it this way. So we had a separate subdomain to type in the comment and username, submit it, and then at first we had to go back to the UL to the list manually, or I think by hitting enter. After submitting, but then we also built in res.redirect back to the main comments UL. Yeah, I think that's already it for today. What was in the section? A lot of yeah. I think that's it. Let me check the notes real quick if there was something there, but there was a little reminder again of how to when we have a form, we have to fill in an action and a method, and usually the action default is to go to some other site, I guess to just the home directory or something. And we can now fill this action with the slash and then the subdomain or the route that we want to go to. And then in method, we can put in the HTTP verbs, basically, or the post, get, patch methods. And yeah, and then with the redirect, so we had app.post slash comments, then the arrow function with the arguments of request and response, and inside we had const array username, array with username and comment equals request.body, and then we had comments.push, and then the array of username and comment as the destination. And then afterwards we had response.redirect to /comments. And I was wondering, why do we have to do response.redirect? Why can't we just put a response.get at the end as well? Why would that work as well, or would that give any conflicts? Because as far as I'm seeing it, it would basically just go back to comments anyway, because the redirect thing in the console also had was basically transformed into a GET request after a 305 or something redirection.
So I don't know exactly how the code looks that you're talking about, but what was the alternative to response.redirect?
Response.get and then back to the main directory.
That's a good question. I don't know if that would work. I mean, you can just try it out and see if it works. I would have to see more code to be able to answer that one.
Got it. I'll look into that tomorrow as well. I'll try it out and then, yeah. And I think, oh yeah, and I was wondering because in some of the docs that were part of the RESTful videos, there were, as always, the words foo and bar, and I was like, why is foo and bar always used as a placeholder? Like, does it have a special meaning? Does it have or a special history or function? Or like, why always these abstract words? They confuse me always. It's like this I don't know. Strange words.
Well, I'm still muted. Terms for bar are, well, I think they're coming from military, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it has to do with the military's like FUBAR acronym, which stands for I think food out beyond our recognition or something, and something that people said during World War II. Like I think it's a random random origin, but I think it has something to do with military.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I used to get confused when these words were used because they seem so abstract. It's like, does this have special meaning? I mean, by now I know that this is basically kind of a lorem ipsum for code, but or for very stuff. But
Well, some people say, but I don't know if this is true. Some people say the sequence of nonsensical words is used to avoid distractions related to the actual meaning of the variables, so that you can focus on the programming structure itself. But yeah, I think it's probably something like military used to code a lot, or some of the people that used computers first, and it just stuck with everyone.
got it. Okay, yeah, I have to go to a workshop now. So
Great, yeah, very quick fashion.
yes,
The usual lessons. Yeah, code every day. Just get better every day. Learned a lot today. Looks great. Express is awesome. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will see you guys hopefully tomorrow if you come and join this call again, because we will be here tomorrow. And this has
Yes.
been day 45 of 100 days of code in the code call with
Leon Anderson and my mentor.
Edith Mill from 10 to this. Thanks.
Bye bye. Until